Good morning, everyone. David Jamison here at ProPride Industries, the home of the 3P ProPride Hitch. And today's episode is sponsored by Redbreast Irish Whiskey. Nonetheless, we are going to move along. And don't forget, if you like, share, and comment on this episode, you receive a, what are we calling, a digital scratch-off, where you can win ProPride points. And if you share into a group, you get 2 scratch-offs. But before we get into today's episode, let's first watch this. Hello everyone, this is David Jamison here at ProPride, the home of the 3P. Give me 60 seconds, please. Let me ask you 2 questions. What excuse are you telling yourself, and what truths are you keeping from your family? It is a truth proven by physics that a ball hitch must sway. There's no way around it. And any type of attachment or hitch that says it is sway control is admitting that the trailer will sway. And the apparatus will attempt to control that inevitable sway. This family in this video thought that they were all set, just like 100% of all sway accidents. Nobody thinks it'll happen to them. They feel they're safe reasons like the tongue weight was distributed properly. They were traveling slow. They thought that it just wouldn't happen to them, so they couldn't plan for it. Simple physics prove that sway is not if, it is when. There are 2 links here, one for more info and one for getting real. This is David Jamison from ProPride Industries, the home of the 3P ProPride Hitch, and I will see you next week, whether you like it or not. And welcome back to the show that makes Bob Saget appear to be funny. That's the truth, isn't it, Lazar? So anyway, we have a heck of a show for you today. Did you notice that? I really like that video. Lazar got a kick out of that with Bob Saget. Do you know who Bob Saget is?
I do.
He's a funny guy.
I watched Full House.
Compared to this, he's a funny guy. He really is. So today we have a heck of an episode for you. Brent will be back, of course. He's got a slightly different look, and we're happy. Yesterday, believe it or not, his hair was actually parted on the side, but today he didn't let us down. He came back. It's just a slightly, what would you say, about 1/3 of the old hawk is left. About 1/3. You have to trim a hawk. You can't just let it go.
Can't let it go wild.
So anyway, first thing we need to do, Lazar, who's watching?
We got Kirk 4.
Kirk 4, and what's he known for?
He is
the Atkins diet expert. Yes.
Pete Whitstruck.
Pete.
Michael Shelley. Elaine McDowell. Robert Amy Jr. Randy Ferguson. Bill DeMars.
Thunder Island Ferguson, yes.
Bob Hayes.
Miguel Cabrera. He's on today, guys. Miguel Cabrera and Gary Busey, believe it or not. Gary Busey decided to, what would you call it, log in?
He's tuned in.
He's tuned in. And of course, our big sponsor, Mrs. Alex Huang. So anyway, that's great. The shout out's always, it's a fun time, isn't it? But you can also notice you're getting a real quick glimpse of Lazar, and the sun's out today, guns are out.
Sun's out or...
Right.
That is true.
It changes every week. Last week it was a sport coat. This week it's just straight up polo. You know, they say you dress for the job you want. So I guess he didn't want to be a businessman anymore. He wanted to go to like pool boy.
I'm a professional golfer.
So now it's time for announcements. Wait, or do we? No, we don't have a commercial yet. So first we have announcements. Let's take a look at ProPride points. Lazar is working on this. Lazar, can you tell us anything about ProPride points?
Yeah, so we're working with this specific company very diligently right now to build a custom ProPride points package for us, right? So you'll be able to win ProPride swag when you like, comment, and share. So everything you're doing up to this point, we're going to go back to this episode and last episode to make sure that we do hand out those points as needed. But you earn scratch-off tickets, you collect the ProPride points, you can win many prizes, as well as an opportunity to win a raffle.
And we're going to start ordering more swag, as they call it.
Yes, we're going to get everybody swagged out.
And just so you know, our cameraman is in his phone right now. He's paying attention to his phone and not the episode. So just letting you know how some things work around here. I keep an eye on things the best I can. So now also let's bring up the, what?
Kirk Forrest said he's losing weight as you speak.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So now we have our robotic welders are in. Do we have pictures of that? They are in, and they're actually dialing those suckers in this week, aren't they? Brent is on set. Remember, Brent is Brent McDowell. That's little c, big D, of questionable origin. We literally beat jokes to death. We beat them to death because we lack creativity at times. But anyway, yeah, so there they are. They're really neat, aren't they?
They're nice.
We can talk about the robots a while. But crazy finance guy here. We're this close to having a whole new finance program, but right now, don't forget, we still have 0%. Let's take a look at this commercial. Hey, it's Dave here from ProPride. Just want to talk to you a little bit about our 0% financing. If you are ready to purchase a 3P pivot point projection hitch from ProPride, right now you can get it with nothing down, 0% interest for 18 months. That's 18 equal payments, 0% interest. Right now is the time to act because we're building them and shipping them as fast as we can. So look for our 0% offered on our site, and see you soon. Do you guys hear that? Can you hear that music, that resonating sound? And it calls him like a beacon to this desk, and he's entering right now, people. It's the man with the information, the man with the trim faux hawk, Mr. Brent, questionable origin, McDowell. That's D. So welcome back. Welcome back to episode 31. Can you believe it's lasted 31 weeks?
I can.
You can?
It does. 31 weeks, that is a long time.
It is.
But July is almost over.
He's pushing the desk around as he gets himself
Am I?
ready.
Yeah,
aggressive. He's like
man, I
shoving at
was.
it.
I thought this thing was like last.
Just shoving at it. But anyway, so what do you got for us today, Brennan? It says on the board, just like what?
Yeah, just like what? So it was kind of a joke because I think I said just like that, maybe.
Now I'm going to have to coach the cameraman. Now he's stretching. This would be the time you would come in on Brent because he's going to start speaking. There we go.
Maybe we should do this. So if somebody wants to get a count on how many times I say just like that in this next video that we're going to play here in a couple seconds or whatever, maybe we'll give them a scratch off for that if they get it right. I don't have a count on it yet, but I just thought it was funny because as I was watching it, it's good content, but I said just like that a couple times because it is, man. It was just like that. So it's going to be focused.
I had a coach one time that ended every sentence with "on that."
On that. Yeah, I like that kind of, right? It's
Just
better than like and then if you're ordering Chinese food, right? And then
on that.
On that,
So
we'll go to the next piece.
Just like what? On that.
On it's it takes you to the next
Bob
piece.
Saget, seriously, he's a funny guy compared to this.
It is. It's brutal. Brutal again. That's all right. I got trimmed and shaved so that I could deal with this.
Have you hit that faux hawk a few times over there, Adam? I mean, it's a sharp hawk now.
Yeah,
it went from faux hawk to sharp hawk.
It went from like great white to like a mako shark. We'll go back to that.
Nice.
Right. All right. So what we're going to do is just watch it's about a little over 2-minute video actually.
Are you going to comment on it during it?
No, we're going to watch this thing, I think, if that's okay.
Yep.
That way we can just kind of go through it because I comment during the whole thing because I'm a little bit chatty. So let's, if you don't mind, let's watch that video right now, and then we'll be back here in just a moment. We'll go over some tips. Okay, so we've got our bar. We're back. So hey, we're back. So I've got the bar reconfigured with another drop. So we got another inch here for a drop. So we should be okay on the front of this. So we're going to give this a shot. You see how we got the slight pitch down? That's fine because we're trying to transfer probably quite a bit of tongue weight on this Tahoe. So we want to make sure we got the most downward pitch as we can. So this thing is nice and level, the whole assembly, when it's all hitched up and ready to go and the weight distribution is applied. So I know we've talked about this before, but I'm going to show you again. It's multi-purpose spray. This stuff is great. It doesn't leave like any residue. It doesn't leave a mess like grease does. But you can just spray this on there. Spray a little bit in the opening right there. Every time you hitch up, you can even do like your little over-cinder latches too. Just make sure they're nice and pliable. Keep them that way. Yeah. So anyhow, I thought I would show you that too. And we're going to have Wes back this guy up. So Wes, if you want to, go ahead. I'm assuming this isn't going to probably go perfect in there. Let's see if it does. Well, we'll get in there one way or another. Oh, okay, we're gonna stop right there. So see how it's like bottomed out right there? So it's still no big deal. No big deal at all. In fact, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna change the pitch of this main upward a little bit like this. That means we're gonna lower these jacks to change this pitch upward, all right? So let me grab my down here. I usually put my foot down on the jack. It's a little bit easier sometimes. Just lower them a little bit there on each side. See how it's starting to go in already? Now don't be afraid to literally take this over center latch, shake it around a bit. Look at that. See how it goes in? Just like that. So now I'm gonna have Wes come back just a little bit more. See? Just like that. Right here, we're not all the way in, but we can take this over center latch just like this. Put it on there. See how it's like this? Watch this. So literally, take this guy. You want to get on the camera right here. See how it snugs it in? Just like that. Check that out. Whoop. Sorry. I didn't get this on the right angle. I didn't want to hit his bumper. So just like that. Just like that. This side's the same way. It's going to go right on just like that. We're hooked up, man. Just like that. Hooked up. So I'm going to get the linch pins on here. We're going to lower this guy back down and see if we can get this thing weight distributed. We're hooked up, man. Just like that.
So basically, you could have a drinking game with that video and drink every time he says "just like that."
Yeah.
You'd be really drunk within 30 seconds.
Yeah. What was it, about 8?
6 and 30
How many just like that's were there?
I don't know. I don't have an exact count. I haven't counted them yet. I just thought it was funny. So we'll see. So
That could be a new joke. We could kick that to death for about another month.
we may have to, depending on how this thing goes. So.
I picked on the cameraman. Adam's been doing so well, I can't think of anything to say about him. So we're running out of material, but we'll find. We're always good for new material here at ProPride, aren't we?
There's plenty of material around here. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Plenty of material.
What was it? What was handsome?
Handsome
In
Diablo.
Yeah. What is
El
it?
Guapo.
El Guapo Diablo.
El Guapo Diablo. All right.
All right, so here, I'm going to go over these so then we can get on with the rest of this.
Right.
This
Nonsense.
production. This production. So there's some key points to remember with that, and that's a great example, honestly, of a video of hitching up. That's a scenario that happens all the time, and it's an easy way right out of it. And that was like in real time, no editing of that thing at all. So first thing is straighten out your hitch head so it's centered. So when I say that, literally you can take your over center latches, just straighten the head out so it's centered on your hitch, or sorry, on your trailer itself. That's number one. Align the stinger with the opening so your height is the same as the opening it's going into. That's the number two. Back into the hitch opening straight. So line up your truck so it's not coming in at an angle. So if your hitch is here and you're coming in like this into the opening, it's just not going to work. I'm going to do another video where you guys can see that as well, just so that you know what I'm talking about there. But go straight into it, right? So that's number 3. The fourth is stop backing when it starts to push the head one way or another. So just stop at that point. So if you've got somebody back there and you see it hits like it did in that video and just goes dunk, then stop right there before it pushes it one way or the other, because you can just align the jacks to take that pitch upwards.
And give it that shake.
You got to give it the shake too, right? When you're looking at your jacks, make sure those nuts are out too, right?
Right.
Nuts out.
Jack nuts out.
Gotta be there. Gotta do it. So then you just adjust those weight distribution jacks like we just talked about to angle of the pitch, right? And just a little bit. I mean, you saw in the video there, it literally was like maybe a 1/2 inch. You can step down on the bars like we've talked about before to get those things even. And don't be afraid to move that hitch head with your hands to get the bar further up.
Yeah.
You got to get your hands in there to get it further up. Just do it. Do it. It's okay. And then use that over center latch and the over center latch screw to pull it the rest of the way in. Don't have to be all the way in that opening to do it. So
like that.
Wanted to go over that just like that.
Right.
This segment has come to a close.
Very good. Wow.
Just like that.
That very succinct. This we definitely need to probably, Adam, we could pull this out because this is a pretty good little thing that we may want to use for put on the website. Good explanation, good follow-up, sharp hawk.
Man, there it is.
Right.
I
So
have to do this more often,
nailed
maybe a
it.
couple
Yes.
weeks
So,
or
but first,
something.
we're going to talk about this affiliate network. We're going to watch this commercial in just a second. All you have to do is talk about your experience to your friends and make money. Hey everyone, David Jameson here, the crazy finance guy. And speaking of finance, remember, if you like to talk about the 3P, all you have to do is go over to our affiliate network page, sign up, and we will give you links, QR codes, all that crazy stuff. If you have any questions, you can email Lazar and he will be happy to help you. You know how much attention he likes. So all you have to do is, while you're talking about the benefits and the enjoyment of using the 3P, you can actually make money, $300 to be exact. So go to the affiliate page and sign up today. Thanks. Do you hear that? You do. That's the sound of the end of Tech Talk with Brent. But we're going to roll right into the review. And that music, that can work real well with a review, because Brent is the guy behind getting these reviews. So we can honor the review with the music. And this is by Mr. Sterling Woodard. Mr. Sterling Woodard wrote one heck of a review for us. He talks about, well, I'll just read the whole thing here. I was going to paraphrase for a second, but I might miss something.
Yeah.
A ProPride hitch is one of those things you may not realize you need until you have one. We just got into having a trailer back in September 2020 and fortunately purchased a used Airstream that already had a 3P on it. While I had heard that nothing pulls like an Airstream, I had also heard from people the horror stories of sway and nearly flipping their trailer due to high winds and the like. Pulling our trailer with the ProPride is such a breeze. I would recommend seeing the hitch as an investment and peace of mind. We have pulled our trailer since through high winds and just have not experienced the sway or side-to-side motion that I've heard from others. You can tell the entire hitch setup is built to last, and that someone spent a lot of time making sure it will last for many years. Regardless of whether you're new to camping or been doing it for a while and tired of that side-to-side uneasiness, I recommend ProPride 100%. Lastly, their customer service is fantastic. I contacted them recently to make changes to our setup because we had just installed larger tires on our trailer, and they took the time and addressed every question. That was probably you, wasn't it?
It was me or Mr. Alex.
Alex. In summary, ProPride, in my opinion, is everything you hope for and want in an American-made company. Keep up the great work, guys. Well, thank you, Mr. Woodard. I went to high school with a Woodard. So anyway, I don't think he's from Michigan, but I did. But very nice. Well written. Thank you very much. And anyway, any comments on the tires or anything there? I know Lazar is chomping at the bit because there's a question, but we're not 2 questions yet, and it's driving him crazy. He wants to read it. Because remember, we took away things for him to do, so now he fixates on things. So now it's it's time for the crash of the week. And this could be another drinking game.
Oh, yes.
Definitely. So this is written from a police, what would it be called, a blotter? Police? This is a police report.
Blogger,
so let's watch. The trailer rolled when she began to take a curve. The rolling momentum of the trailer rolled her SUV to roll onto its side as well. That's 4 in 2 sentences.
That's a lot of that whiskey you just talked about earlier.
Yeah, but anyway, take a look at that. So that the trailer swayed and flipped that's a pretty good sized truck there.
And it looks like they like ripped apart from the truck, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
looks like it's
completely
detached at
they're
this
completely
point.
detached.
Yeah, where's the truck?
If you see it kind of way right there.
That's it? Oh,
Way over
wow.
there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my word. So do you think these people were planning on having to deal with sway? So sway is inevitable.
Yeah.
You know,
All she was doing was taking a turn.
all she was doing is taking a turn. Wait till you see the new video we have coming up where a trucker is ramming an Airstream with the 3P and doesn't even affect it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is. The
It's
first time I
unbelievable.
saw it, I couldn't believe it either.
So anyway, before talking about the 3P, people, what do we have? We got about 100 people in the install network, don't we?
We have quite a bit.
close.
There's the East Coast. If anyone in the East Coast knows how to install 3Ps, get a hold of us. will get you.
Especially the upper East Coast.
Yeah, the
there.
upper East.
Like Maine,
Maine,
Yeah, Maine
Hampshire.
especially, yeah. So
New
that-
Hampshire.
Really need to hammer on that peer-to-peer network if you guys want to do that stuff.
Isn't
man.
New
That's-
Hampshire live free or die? Isn't that their motto, or is that Connecticut? I think it's New Hampshire.
I think it's New Hampshire as well, yeah.
Adam, you hear?
Oh,
Adam just
look at
chimed
that,
in.
yeah.
Adam just chimed in,
like-
and the cameraman laughed. So we're funny guys around here.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's roll into that install commercial. Hey everyone, David Jameson, the crazy finance guy here at ProPride. I want to talk to you about the install network. Now this thing is literally blowing up. People all over the United States like to install the 3P, and there's people all over the United States that need help installing the 3P. So if you need either, go to the install network page. The link is posted below. You'll find it on our website, and sign up if you need help having an installation done for you, or if you'd like to install them and pick up a few extra bucks. We're here for you, and I'll see you soon. Welcome back, and guess what? It's question time, and Lazar has been chomping at the bit. He's been fixated on the question that has been asked, and then once again, if you speak English or mumble, you are in luck. So go ahead, let's see, what's the question, Lazar?
So today's question comes from Rick Lima. Finally installed my ProPride over the weekend with success. However, I did manage to damage the lock washer. Is there an easier way to install without spreading them and damaging them? That was on the sides of the yoke.
Sure, yeah, so that's actually a good question. When you tighten those, you're gonna wanna hold the bolt side and tighten from the nut side. So make sure that's the case. A lot of times people do it the opposite way, and that can cause that thing to space out because you're not turning it, I guess, at the same. I'm not an engineer, but I ask about this question too. So yeah, when you're tightening it, tighten it from the the nut side. Tighten it from there with your torque wrench to get to that spec. That goes for your hitch bar as well. So I know people have asked about that, and that's an easier one to kind of get messed up on because you've got 200 foot-pounds on there anyway. So that's really the crucial point to that is make sure you're tightening from there, and it shouldn't happen to you.
Excellent. Any other questions or comments?
No, just good morning from Joe Whiting.
Joe Whiting, J-Dub, yes.
J-Dub.
No comments on your polo?
No.
Well, we're getting
I
off.
thought it
Have
was
you been-
sharks, but it's planes.
Oh, they're planes.
It's for all our pilot friends.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Have you had any emails? Remember, we begged for emails for you for a while.
It's pretty.
How
dry.
was your
My
social
inbox-
life?
My
How's it-
inbox. Social life's pretty dry as well.
Careful.
Pretty slow. So you hear people send him emails. He likes it. So now, guess what? It is
What?
time for dad jokes or bad jokes by Dave, and this is a good one. I like this one today. What do chicken coop? I'm sorry. Let me back up. Start that over. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors? Because if they had 4 doors, they would be chicken sedans.
There you go. There you have
It's
it.
not bad. So I think he's starting the outro. Did we get at the end of that, or is that about ready to hit? That's hitting right now, is it? All right, so we are through the joke. We're going to recap really quick here. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and please share this in a group. You will earn ProPride points once we have that system put together. Don't forget to send Lazar emails about anything. He likes the attention. And Brent did a very good job today with just like what. A little repetitive on the exclamation, but that was fine. We like that kind of stuff. And again, we're looking for new fodder every week. We wear it out teasing each other. And we want to thank Mrs. Alex Huang. And who's the guy that we're not quite as funny as? Bob Saget. Bob Saget, we'd like to thank him too. And
Redbird.
Oh, and this episode is sponsored by Redbreast Irish Whiskey. And this is David Jameson here at ProPride Industries, the home of the 3P ProPride Hitch, and I will see you again next week, whether you like it or not.
Edwin Garcia just said,
I got something for you while we mill around.
Yeah, give me the cloud. Something for me?
Yeah.
Ah, is it like a gift?
Look what I found the other day. I thought of you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There you go, man. Little football bat.
Thank you.
I love it. Oh yeah.
We have the technology.